It's the Rapid Capture Podcast.
Okay.
Do not worry, we're live on TikTok.
Let's go. Welcome to the Rapid Capture Podcast, episode 7 with me, Ty and Alex, aka Ty Kicks, and the Photogrammetry Man. How you feeling? How you doing today?
I feel like I'm live. I feel like we've just eaten KFC and now we're back in the office.
Dangerous KFC. It's all settled now though for me. Don't know how it is for you.
Settled? Oh, you mean feeding?
Yeah.
The feeding has settled down.
The bloatedness is now gone.
It's not as heavy as eating in America. English KFCs and takeaways are a little bit more lighter.
And I had a wrap anyway, so it's all good. No monster amounts of chicken on bone. So.
Super-sized drinks the size of buckets.
Yes. So this is the 7th episode of the Rapid Capture Podcast, and to be totally honest, it's probably going to be the last one of 2022.
Because we are going to have that Christmas thing in the way.
I know. Unfortunately, it's frustrating, but we've got lots of things to look forward to into 2023, so it's all good.
What, loads of scanning, hopefully? Loads of scanning, loads of travels.
Hopefully so. So,
Are you going to talk about the travels that we've been on, that we're going to go on, and that we've been on this year?
Yeah, so rundown of the podcast is, as usual, we're going to do a little bit of like what's new, what have you been scanning, what have you been selling. Then we're going to go into the XR news, and at the end of it is a bit of a roundup of Rivers 2022, particularly obviously mine and Alex's River quests for 2022, and then looking forward to 2023. So let's kick it off with scanning talk. I'm going to kick it off this time.
Go.
The main reason being is that I, again, still haven't been able to scan a fat lot because Polycam haven't fixed my issue.
Ooh.
But they have reached out to me.
They did reply to you?
They did reply to me, yes.
Can I find your Sketchfab channel? Have you got any models on there?
Ty Kicks, all one word.
Ty Kicks.
The frustrating thing for me is that I haven't been able to load anything new. Like I could do if I go through the roundabout.
Oh, so there's
nothing to show.
Okay.
Really frustrating. Like I scanned. Actually, I did scan something. You can't see this, which is really annoying. But someone that I know has got a flag from the 2004 Masters, the golf tournament, and it's signed by a load of past champions. And so I thought, do you know what? I'm going to show him how photogrammetry works by scanning his flag. It's a real flag that was on one of the holes on the golf course.
Is golf the thing that Tiger Woods plays?
Yes. Yeah. Alex isn't into sport, if you haven't quite worked that out. But the reality is, it was more a case of let's capture that forever. It's got all those signatures from maybe golfers gone by. Maybe some might not even be alive anymore, don't know. Or they've retired or they've moved on. 2004 was quite a while ago.
I like that sort of stuff, yeah. You keep it forever, prosperity.
But also, I showed him the Oculus, we go into Oculus, Meta Quest Pro, and I showed him mixed reality. So, you know, maybe in the future when I get my act together, obviously couldn't quite do it all in one go, I might be able to show him his flag in mixed reality.
Okay, and then you could have it in augmented reality as well, on a phone, look at it on a... I think it's amazing, once you've scanned something, you can do so many things with it.
Yeah.
Like just today, you can zoom in on your phone and do a 2D video capture, post it on Twitter. I'm blue tick, by the way.
Paid for.
Yeah, paid for blue tick.
Paid for celebrity.
Which I think is the way that they should do. Monetize it so you don't get a load of crappy bots everywhere. I'm now Twitter blue tick. Ty's going to be doing it soon, I'm sure. If not, he'll probably have the company one. But it's a good way. It's a good way of getting rid of all the crappy bots that are going to be spamming everyone. Because if you eventually are not blue tick, then just go away. Just get rid of it.
Yeah.
You can have a prioritised feed.
Yeah, and I think the reality is that it does separate the wheat from the chaff. Really, you know, there are a lot of people that were probably given blue ticks because there's some sort of random odd influencer on some random platform, and it's like, I'm not paying £11 to be my blue tick when it was free before. It's like, why not?
Yeah.
You've probably got more money rolling in than the people that didn't have blue ticks anyway.
I wonder if the blue tick people, the original ones, get them removed until they pay.
I have no idea. I'm not sure.
Funny.
Can't imagine that David Beckham is removed just yet. So.
Have you scanned anything else then, or not?
Not really, no. I tell you what I did do, though. I did use the Luma web app, and I did upload a drone video of our house that we stayed in Florida.
Okay.
So that's something I haven't had a chance to show you yet, but it does look quite cool. It's
Tell us what Luma is again.
Luma is the mobile Nerf app. whereas Alex has found some random DJ site.
Yeah.
On our screen.
Luma AI.
Yeah.
Need to
Luma Labs, Luma AI, mobile nerf scanning. There it is. That one down there, I think.
This one, but I'm not going to be able to log on as you, but I might be able to log on as me.
But yeah, this is like what we have been tinkering around with on occasion, especially when we're in Florida, and overall results have been pretty cool. But we'll see eventually how Nerf really comes into play. I saw something that Alex posted me in recently. I think it was something talking about Meta and Meta's use of using neural radiance fields in a certain way. I didn't get a chance to really kind of read through it, but you sent me this link.
Yeah, it was to do with Meta doing automated room scans with a VR headset and probably devices as well, so you can use them inside your virtual worlds. And
we've got a link to a more in-depth about that in the XR news, so I didn't realise it was connected, so that's quite cool.
Okay, save on that then. But so your scans are hopefully over Christmas going to pick up again, because I seem to be overtaking you with scan models.
Yeah, well, you've 100% overtaken me with scan models. But on this occasion, I would turn around and say that I am being hindered by a certain company.
By a certain logon, because
I'm not
you can still scan though, you just can't upload to Sketchfab.
I can, but then it means I can't show people here unless I do the long way of uploading. And I kind of don't want to do that.
You could also export a video, export videos out of Polycam and just post them on your Twitter Blue. I mean, your Instagram.
Twitter Blue. It doesn't even work half them features yet.
So is it on to my scans that I've done?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've done 2 main scans. Here's the first one. Gorgeous little Santa. It's $13 on Sketchfab if you fancy adding him to your Metaverse collection. So there he is. Look, he's the tilted wig Santa. Don't know if he's got a copyright tag on his legs or not, but he's now mine. I own him, and anyone else can own him for $13. Scanned using Polycam, 250 photos, done in the day. You can see it's a bit dark on the back. His lantern's a bit melty cheesy, but he's fine. He's a game asset ready to rumble. So that's ready for sale, and it's Polycam. Then the other one I did, I went back for a visit to the old guide dogs again. Back to the guide dogs. So here we go, a couple of guide dogs. This one's controversial. It's the second guide dogs that I've scanned. The first one did about 500,000 views on TikTok because I'm basically poking the bear a little bit here by saying that I'm scanning these dogs, and if they sell as a 3D model, I will give all proceeds to the guide dogs for the blind. But a lot of people on TikTok get a bit funny about that. They seem to have a go at me a little bit.
I'm really trying to work out the understanding of why you've scanned another one when you haven't sold any of the first one.
Just to get more views on TikTok, really.
Okay.
That's exactly why.
Attention seeking, basically.
Yes. Alex Tench on all platforms. Massive attention seeker. But also, it's a bit of a wind-up because these dogs are in the public space. So they're charity boxes that are in the middle of like streets. And you can go up to them. I can put money in, or I can scan it, or I could take a photo of it. I could take a photo of it and put it on Shutterstock if I wanted to, and sell that photo on the internet. No one's going to care. But as soon as I take 250 photos of it and put it on the internet for sale as a 3D model, the whole world breaks and starts having a go at me.
Frowned upon.
Okay, frowned upon.
It's frowned upon.
But it's a grey area.
You understand that is supposed to be a charity money box, basically.
Yeah, but until I 3D print it or get it made in China and sell it for 20 quid to guide dogs, then I'm not really breaching anyone's copyright.
I want you to do it. I want you to get one 3D printed.
Yeah.
I'm amazed you haven't done it yet.
We should 3D print it, sell it as a charity box to a charity, and then go, hi, do you want to buy my charity box for £20? Then I could see where people would have an issue. But at the moment, also, if Guide Dogs for the Blind are listening, I've tagged you in all of my TikTok videos, and you replied to my comment telling me that you'd sent me a message. But by the way, you need to follow me before you can speak to me. I'm following them, they're not following me, so they say they've messaged me, but they haven't. I want to speak to them, please, about how I can make you more money in the metaverse.
Cool. So you've been scanning dogs.
Dogs and Santas.
One quick question. Have you worked out what happened with you being hacked yet?
No, I just deleted the old models. I deleted the models that are on my account. They're now gone. And a few people had a few comments about that, but I just sort of ignored it. Don't know what happened. Two random models ended up on my Sketchfab account. Now they've been deleted by me. But in the selling news on Sketchfab, I've sold nothing since the 9th of December.
Oh, so you're a bit like me. I haven't really managed to sell a fat lot in the last couple of weeks.
I'm absolutely down.
But the reality is, I suppose it's Christmas time. People have got their Christmas presents to buy, more things. You know, they can't indulge in buying these 3D models right now. But maybe in 2023, when they've got through Jan and the hard times, back to topping up their collections like Pokemon cards. Like they can go topping up their 3D dead pigeons again and some more female casualties. And it's giving Alex another month and a half to scan some more stuff, ready for new baked goods to come straight out. New brick walls. Some more brick walls to go. Fantastic. And so I can do some Christmas food and stuff, and maybe we can sell that. But the stats on the doors, the scores on the doors for Sketchfab sales are $393 so far, 53 total sales and 2 this month. Wow. We don't want to go through yours, or you? Well, you can't. So I haven't got mine up, to be honest. So it's a little bit too. Well, it's not gonna compete anyway. I've got a higher money percentage anyway. So the ratio. Fine. So ratio wise, of 15 models selling nearly $200 is still a winner. But you scan for life. That's your passion. So I've got my little notes in front of me, so I'm just crossing off the bit where we spoke about my Twitter blue tick. Yeah. See how many times I can say that in this. Podcast. And then maybe when we come back from Alex Tench on Twitter, I'll have River pay for my blue tick, whereas Al's pay for his own. It's actually coming out of my own money. All the money he has in the world from scanning. Who's tidying up the podcast today? Maybe you. Although to be fair, nothing really went out really live, so no one really knows what we're talking about. So okay. You can explain it if you really want to. Well, we not can in a little bit. Land, in just normal land. Ty came in and set up the podcast amazingly last week, and I basically walked in, filmed, spoke, and left, and he did all the tidying up. Amazing. That's basically what happened. And that's basically what's happening this week, but the other way around. Oh, it doesn't look very messy. Look, I can put the cameras down. There's only 3. Yeah, I've done a little bit more of a simplified rundown today, knowing full well that I might end up having to tidy it up. I think you've just streamlined it now, so it's really have you got to kill the camera again 20 minutes in? Yeah, unfortunately so. But that's just part and parcel of having to use these cameras. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay, cool. What? You're going to do a rundown of this year, or was that next? So, next, News with River, News with Us. We are going to be at CES, the Consumer Electronics Show 2023, at the beginning of January. We are really looking forward to it. We touched on it a little bit in the last podcast, but I thought I'd save this news for this podcast because it's so close. We can smell it. It's literally just after hopping over New Year. We're going to be flying out on the 2nd. If anybody is going to be out there and want to connect, we are happy to connect. We're looking forward to the show as we have done for the last few years. Obviously, last year we got to go, but the year before COVID, but we went in 2020 and it was mega. Look on the screen now. We're going to be in private demo rooms. We are partnering with Pico Interactive or Pico XR. To show off some of our River Investigate products or River CSI products, and we will have River Link for demo. Really excited about it. Go on in, Alex. Tell us how excited you are. I want to say that maybe next year we can be on the Vive stand, because we went to a nice meeting with Vive and we offered to be on their stand with them or in their private demo rooms, but they declined to have us on their stand this year. Maybe next year we can show our amazing fire investigation photorealistic VR that we've been using on their headsets for the last 3 or 4 years, like you see on the TV now, and it go on TV again. You know, I'm sure they like their headset on TV again. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're nodding on the footage. Yep. Yeah, so we're on Pico, but we're not on Vive. We're not in the main show. We are going to be private demo space only. I think, as far as I'm aware, it's based out of the Wynn Hotel, which is a pretty amazing hotel if you've never been there. And it is in Las Vegas, if you didn't know where this particular event is being hosted. And it is one of the biggest electronic shows in the world. And I think all the big players will be back this year. Last year was good, but it wasn't like 2020 at the beginning of 2020 before COVID, where you had your likes of your Googles and your big brands turning up. I think they kept away a little bit last year, but this year, hopefully no masks, no COVID, all the top players there showing off future technologies. Looking forward to seeing if anybody's going to talk about stuff in VR, which I think Apple come the next XR news. Come the XR news, we will have a little bit of. I think this is where we'll hear some more related to what you just said a minute ago. What, Apple? No. Oh. No. I think that Apple's news may come after CES, unfortunately to say.
Okay, so that's the news. We're going to be at CES, but we also were there this year as well, the start of January 2022. We were there.
Yes, it was great. Really enjoyed that. But like I said, the downside to that was that it was not quite as big as it was when we first ever went there in 2020. Some of the halls weren't full, but I believe this year it's going to be on a whole nother level. So really excited to go back to it. But it may be really busy like it was in 2020 as well. I think we got a bit more breathing space this year.
We have another get together because I know this year in January, just gone, we had a little event. I think there was about maybe 50 people in a pub in one of the hotels. What hotel are we in? Conrad.
We're in the Conrad. Well, you all know that you're a party animal, so you'll be the one that'll be setting it up like before.
I definitely am not a party animal, but
looking forward to setting it all up across all different connections that we've got. We may have
basically
Tesla Soup maybe might be turning up. Maybe
maybe
we might have a special buzzy guest turning
up.
up.
And Alan Smithson maybe. Last year we basically put a little event together called IRL in real life, and we all sort of met in the Conrad. I think we all put about 500 quid each behind the bar. Not me personally, River. And we asked a load of people on LinkedIn, and then had a little get together. So hopefully, maybe we'll do that sort of thing again.
Yes.
Hopefully. Maybe we can clip this bit out of this podcast and ask if anyone wants to come for IRL 2.0.
Yes.
2023.
Cool. So moving on, social hits of the week. You had any social hits?
Ooh.
Something just popped up there a minute ago that was really relevant to my one of my social hits. That's not in the millions, never gets in the millions.
What, this bit?
No, my bit where we went to Alcatraz
back
in 2020.
Well, tell me about that. I'll go back, and there's you, looking over Alcatraz.
So,
pause.
Look, you can see there in the video I'm holding a 360 camera because I wanted to sort of get some cool shots around Alcatraz.
Tell us what happened.
And I posted a video up onto my TikTok, which, you know, for me, I average about 250 views on TikTok. I haven't got a big followership, but it doesn't matter. You got to put out some content and see what it gets. And this kind of went over the sort of like 1,200 views barrier, and it wasn't even that long. It was like 13 seconds long, but it was pretty cool. And
what was
putting
it?
out content. It was just about going to Alcatraz Island.
Okay, just how long was the video? Like really short?
13 seconds long or something. And the thing is, it's like I hadn't posted that video before. The only downside is that TikTok did like mess it up on their editor, but it's still got the views, so it don't matter.
Hang on, you didn't post it before, so you're using my trick about regurgitating old content that you didn't put on TikTok already, but it's from another platform.
But basically something I'd never posted before. So it's good to sort of post stuff that you've never posted before, but you know, to post duplicates is where it becomes barrel scraper zone. I agree.
No I have done a bit of that.
No pigeons have been scanned.
Yes. So what Ty is referring to is taking his old Instagram stories content that's never been on TikTok, the tall, long videos, downloading them from a year or two ago and reusing them on TikTok. Does really well. Like the Star Wars one that I did.
Yeah.
Update on the Star Wars one. Are we moving on to...
Well, your social hits. I've had 3, but nothing in the same league, but that was probably the best one because I did do being fired up a water slide in Dubai. Which
that one looks good.
Mad. It's pretty mad. They have these water jets that will fire you up a slide as opposed to going down a slide, and that was pretty cool.
Can you put these over the top of us talking? Because the water slide Tyrone TikTok video is actually good, and it should have more views than I thought.
Tie kicks. Let's have a look. Find the account at the top.
Wait, I don't want to lose this page. So new
page.
We was gonna go.
While
to
he's
new page.
searching for that page, I'll go through my other one that I did that I'm trying to remember actually. What did I do? Let's grab the phone. Let's have a look. So on my TikTok.
Okay, I've got you.
You want a free water? Oh,
no thanks.
Want a free water. Definitely don't. Wow, it would be nice if it could. But,
okay, I'm on your account. I've got your slide up.
Oh, I put the car crashes one on just for fun.
So this is where you're going to play your video. We're going to do it.
Yeah, do it. So this is the water part one. 360 camera again.
Wait, start again.
360 camera, about to go up. So I'm going up this conveyor belt. It's taking me high up. Then it's going to like fire me down. Well, I'm going to go down a slide. And then when I get to the bottom of this bit, it's going to fire me straight back up. And
look pretty scary. I would not be going on that.
Oh, it's amazing.
No thanks.
Love it.
No thanks.
Around his neck.
I'd rather cut off with a rusty bread knife.
I think we'll have to do a podcast fully about Alex's fear of water parks and rides.
Yeah, do it.
And theme parks.
Not a fan. Rather kill myself.
But
So
he
that
loves
was
VR,
one video.
He likes doing that type of stuff in VR because he's
Yeah.
on terra firma.
Yeah.
He'd definitely do everything in VR if he could do.
Wait, so was there another one you mentioned on your channel?
Only the car crash one. I found one of your videos. I'm doing an Alex Harvey trick.
Oh, a regurgitation?
I stole one of you. No, because it's not a regurgitation of what I've posted before. I do what you normally do, which is take content I put out and you just put it out as well.
You mean I edit it to make it shorter and more engaging than your 65-minute videos and make them 1 minute and then they get more views?
No, I just thought I'd just put car crash video on.
Okay, so look, I'm agreeing. Your 3 videos that you reused, you've got your Alcatraz one, it's on 1,000.
Yeah, 1,000.
You've got car crashes, 1.2 thou,
Yeah.
and your water slide, 1.3 thou. That's working. You should do more regurgitating old videos.
Yeah, yeah.
So the car crash one, let's play that.
Go for it.
Oh, he stole my music.
Good. I didn't know that you used this before.
This got a lot of views, this
I
song.
never knew you used this song.
Terminator 2.
I didn't know you used it at all.
Okay, so that was a good crash day. iTie and Leica Geosystems, but you can play this one over the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's play your Alcatraz one quickly. Then we've got all 3 of them.
Go for it.
Alcatraz really quick with a weird edit at the start that you said was the TikTok editor
The
error.
TikTok editor had a major glitch out. I have no idea because I did not edit it that way. And then when I went to look at it, I was really annoyed because it's not exactly how I wanted it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because there was another really cool shot of it spinning around and showing Alcatraz from a different angle. But unfortunately, we go straight into the prison. So,
Okay, so you can show that one.
yeah.
Okay, so on my content, my TikTok, after your one, I go trending videos. The Star Wars Dreams Smashed one has gone 4 million views. Absolutely bonkers.
Cool.
293,000 likes, 568 comments, 122 shares. So
It's made 67 pence.
no,
No,
I
joking.
actually added it up the other day. It's actually earned £150 so far, so that's interesting. And the one below, the 7-second video, who, funnily enough, we've got a call with the guys that are in this video. We've got a call with them today. That one's gone 9.6 million views. And then one that I did yesterday is on 35,000 views today, which is Greg's pasty shelf.
And for anybody that is listening to this opposed to watching it, just to understand, some of these videos are just really random. They have no rhyme or reason. We just kind of like, basically, I think me and Alex have decided to use TikTok as a test bed for seeing what people are interested in.
Well,
and it's like just seeing where it goes. And then Alex uses his opinion on things to make content out of
Yeah.
it. So,
well, you know, like Twitter,
Greg's is a food place. If you don't know it, they sell
cold food.
quick, grabbable food, and it should be hot. What is the point of this video that you made it for?
I went to a Greg's, and every time I go to a Greg's, I say, "Oh, can I have a little pasty or can I have a sausage roll?" They give you it, and it's freezing cold, and you're like, "What is the point of this?"
Food
So you
poisoning.
have to go and like find
That's
a
what it's for.
microwave or just throw it in the bin, which is really annoying. So on this one, I'm saying, why doesn't Greg's have a heated shelf to keep my breakfast warm? Like, it's so simple. Just put a heated plate underneath, and it'll stay warmer for longer.
I've got a bit of a myth busting thing for you as well that I've just realised. Do they not have a warm shelf in there for other foods where the sandwiches are?
Oh, they do, yeah. It's like sausage and bacon
So-
behind a thing.
So why wouldn't they have one at the front if they've already got one in there
Ridiculous.
anyway?
Greg's, come on. I'm going to get you on the Twitter blue tick and ask you a question.
Yeah, I think
Let's-
you should do.
Let's clip this bit out and put this as a little question to Greg's. Excuse me, because there's loads of comments on here, 145 comments, people saying to me, it's for tax reasons. But you're right, they've got a heated thing for sausage and bacon and egg.
And
They
they
don't
have
keep that going
wedges
cold.
and chicken goujons
Yeah,
and other stuff.
that's heated.
That's the one.
Oh my God.
Warm.
So why can't we just take out the steak bakes and stick it in where the chicken bits are? Anyway, look, quickly on this, Twitter was made to tweet things out, thoughts and ideas really quickly, short text.
Yeah.
I think TikTok is the equivalent of video for Twitter. So it should be, and that's what hits mainly, 7-second, 10-second little thought ideas, really quick things.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're seeing things hit. So we're not always talking about scanning on this podcast or like others. We are touching on other stuff as well. And we're at 60,000 followers now, so TikTok's now earning me a little bit of cash.
Churning.
Like 300 and 400 quid a month.
Churning the views, churning the followership.
Love it.
People just love weird human beings. So it's all good. It's all turning over on the social media hits for us on TikTok.
Can we show the guide dog?
Really quickly, we've got literally a couple of minutes to go, and then we've got to...
guide dog video. Every time I do a scan... Sorry, just quickly. Every time I do a scan of something, I screen record my scan, and then I post that to TikTok as well.
Okay.
So let's turn the volume up. We'll get ready for a 3, 2, 1. I might be in trouble again.
I just want to know if the guide dogs for the blind are going to sue me again now. This is a photogrammetry scan of a dog, guide dog, but now it's for sale on the internet.
Loving the dance.
Sketchfab after scanning it using my mobile phone, put it on Polycam, Sketchfab, did some tags. Now it's for sale for $13 on the internet. You can use it for whatever you like.
What?
All money earned from this 3D model is going to go to the guide dogs for the blind.
That
All
massive sum of zero right now.
There you go. Done. What's wrong with that? That's absolutely dream. What's your thoughts on that?
The thoughts are that I want to film you deliver the check when you actually do it.
Sell it.
No digital
If
transfer.
it sells.
If you sell a few dogs, if someone wants to buy them, I will make sure that he takes that money to Guide Dogs for the Blind. The only frustrating thing for me is that you can't be just a Guide Dogs for the Blind charity collector. I think you need to vary it out and find some more boxes for different companies.
Yeah.
It doesn't help though that current day modern boxes are contactless.
Yeah, they're good. I like them.
And they don't look very fun. They don't look very interesting, do they?
They need to put a contactless inside a dog.
Well, there we go. You can then put that to them once you go and deliver all their bag of cash.
Well, I do want to speak to them because I think they could earn more cash in the metaverse.
What's the next bit that you want to talk about?
Only quickly.
Just before we get into the XR news.
Is the fact that we obviously use Polycam, we use Luma AI, different apps for scanning stuff. And this model was done using Epic Games' scanning mobile app called Reality Scan. And we were in Florida Universal Studios. And I just sort of ran off and went, I'm going to try out this new app. And I made a little snotty video because I wasn't very happy with the UI. It was like really hard to use. But finally, I managed to get the model, without cropping it, into Sketchfab.
Yeah.
And it's not too bad. You know, I want to say it's not that bad. But Reality Scan in the back end... So, in the back end of Polycam, they're using Apple Object Capture to render the models. But in the back end of Reality Scan, they're using Capture in Reality software because Epic bought Capture in Reality. So basically, when I did a little rant on TikTok about how I didn't like the UI, the guys at Capture in Reality came back and said, would I like to have a meeting with them to give them some feedback on the UI and the user experience and stuff like that. So we had a call with them, and it's really good. We're going to speak again in January. But look, this is not too bad. Like, it's got a few holes in it, but I wasn't concentrating too much on it. The windows are obviously see-through. It's not bad. Like, there's a few little holes there, but finally we got a model out of Reality Scan. So I just wanted to put that out there and say it's not too bad. Apart from the roof, because I didn't have a drain.
It isn't bad in the sense of, like, looking at some of the details that are on it. It looks pretty good.
Like, you know what it is.
It's just... yeah, it's a shame that the actual product itself isn't quite as user-friendly as it should be.
Yeah, but...
I think that we are quite big fans of what Epic have done and what Reality Capture is as a product, and we use it for a lot of the proper photogrammetry work that we do. And I think that we kind of had exceptionally high hopes for their mobile app, knowing that there are other companies that have been pushing PG on mobile devices for a while. Namely Alex's favourite Polycam.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, it's really not a hard formula to follow, really, to have a really good user-friendly product.
I think the problem is, though, that using the back end, the Apple Object Capture is absolutely banging.
Yeah, and I think
it just seems to work better for models.
And do you know what? I literally, when I did that scan of that flag recently using Polycam, now that they have got cylindrical crop and normal crop, and it's just a much more well-rounded app. It's just getting better all the time. So yeah, it's a tough act to follow.
Although, quick feedback for Polycam, their crop feature, have you seen it on
doesn't
iOS?
Accurately stay in the right place.
I can't grab it. I can't see the arrow if it's underneath a model. I have to like go right underneath to get it to pull down the little thing.
See, what I've noticed is when I've cropped, say I crop something that's rectangular, for example, if it's flat on a table, rectangular plate as an example, it doesn't stay exactly where I put it when I crop. So once I press the button to crop, it's not where it was. It's slightly moved the crop box slightly off, which is weird. That's a glitch.
It's because they've been updating it and making it on Android as well as on iOS.
Yeah. So is that all?
Yeah, that's another guide dog, but I'm just spinning him around for fun.
Cool. Okay, so that was that. Now we are going to move on to our regular weekly news roundup for the XR News.
Have you sent it me on LinkedIn?
I have.
Oh, amazing.
Look, he's behind the game here. He hasn't got any of the links. He's not ready. He's unprepared.
I'm
He
opening
doesn't like
my...
to tidy without being told. It's all those things all rolled into one.
Can I just say to everyone that if you message me on LinkedIn, I will read it eventually, because Tyrone goes through my messages eventually, but there are 650 unread messages.
There's a lot. It's that last one. That's it. We're on
This
that.
one?
Yeah,
Carmack.
So starting it off with a bang, John Carmack has left Meta.
Just quickly, I never read these links before Ty sends them me, so whatever I'm thinking is you've already pre-read them and it's my first view.
I've skim read it because I also want to be able to kind of have you sort of bounce off me, because you've read more about what's happened with John Carmack than I have, even though I obviously understand. Oh,
that's a little bit annoying. Might as well answer on camera.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
You don't have Twitter Blue by any
You
chance?
get a phone call. Sorry, we're just filming a podcast. I'll speak to you soon. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Was that John Carmack by any chance?
John Carmack just rang me up.
Wow. I think people are wondering why we've got a stone-aged phone in the room, which is pretty amazing.
I think that's
first.
That's the thing outside, the little buzzer. Obviously, Foster and his little crew of Link team members are not answering the door properly.
Yeah.
Anyway, Carmack leaves.
So Carmack's left.
Tell us who he was.
What's he saying? You know more about it than I do.
Well,
I do know, but you know more in depth about John Carmack and his history with Oculus.
He was the CTO at Oculus when it first started, and then changed into Reality Labs and then Meta, and he's just left. I used to watch his little talk every year at their Connect, and it was amazing. He used to love his sort of feedback, but I read a few tweets and LinkedIn posts from him. Without reading this, from what I read from his actual leaving post, he was getting frustrated that he couldn't make the changes with the teams and they're all very slow. He was basically saying that everyone at Meta, now it's called Meta, everyone that was there was being a little bit slow and only really working at like 30% of what they could work at, all pretty slow at working. And they weren't optimizing the device in certain areas, and I think it was frustrating him. So he's left. It sounds like he's doing his own startup, but I think he's amazing.
I think we have to also make mention of the fact that obviously that's just his opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, I think once companies grow and get huge, it becomes really hard to track the progress probably of certain teams and whether that they say they need more time than they really need to. It's like the old guard of your Steve Jobses and your John Carmacks who would turn around and say, I want it done quick, I want it done as fast as possible, as best as possible. I don't want to basically be behind the game and fall behind others. Whereas like I feel like tech's twisted in a way where it feels really slow and really protracted and really incremental these days. There's none of this kind of like explosion of something amazing and new. And, people are trying to like bring out the newest, best product that's never existed before. And whether that's because we've just run out of ideas, I don't know. But it is, if that is the case and that they are running on really sort of low levels of capacity and energy, then no wonder they are in the financial situation that Meta really are in.
Well, it might just be a thing with people not going to their full potential, just going to a job, maybe, at Meta, taking the salary, doing a day's work, but only doing 2 hours work. Maybe. He's basically saying we have a ridiculous amount of people and resources, but we constantly self-sabotage and squander effort. There is no way to sugarcoat this. I think our organisation is operating at half the effectiveness that would make me happy. Some may scoff and contend we are doing just fine, but others will laugh and say, I'm at quarter efficiency.
Well, there you go. That shows they're really not working very hard then, really. Which is, I suppose this is quite harsh words for maybe the team that work at Meta on different projects. Whether they may feel a little bit like this is a bit of an insult if they do feel like they're working pretty hard. But then on the other side of it, This is his opinion, and I wonder whether the reason why he's left is because clearly his opinion isn't being listened to.
Look at this bit as well. It's brilliant.
Deep.
I was being overly poetic here, as several people have missed the intention. As a systems optimization person, I care deeply about efficiency. When you work hard at optimization for most of your life, seeing something that is grossly inefficient hurts your soul. I was likening observing our organization's performance to seeing a tragically low number on a profiling tool. Basically saying again, he's got some amazing people, it sounds like. I bet there's some geniuses there.
Yeah.
But they're laughing at him and going, I just work quarter of a day.
Yeah.
You get paid for a day.
Very much kind of just taking maybe the mick a little bit from
Yeah.
that standpoint. But
So
it is
maybe-
a shame that we might have a better VR headsets had they pulled their fingers out a little bit more. Who
He
knows?
says in his little speech that he's very happy with the Quest 2. That's where he wanted VR to go from and to. That's his job done.
Yeah.
And now he's going to move on to, I'm really keen to see what he's going to do next.
Yeah, really, really keen.
Oh, look, Keen Technologies.
Cool.
Artificial general intelligence at his new startup. Okay.
Cool.
Let's
All right.
follow Carmack in his new role.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next one then. And this is what I was talking about earlier on, about following on from what Alex was talking about related to HTC Vive. They will be revealing features of their Quest Pro competitor.
This is the one you were mentioning.
Month. Now, I'll be brutal when I say this.
It's going to be brutal.
There is no way on earth that they are going to be...
Competitor.
Well, no, there's no way on earth that they're going to be able to do like the Quest 2 level of stuff. It's proven that Vive are not at that ability to subsidise headsets. So
Ty's giving me the wrong link again.
I shouldn't have done, but anyway,
Look,
weird.
click.
I don't know what's happened. Go to upload. Just
Vive Focus.
just go to upload. Yeah, just go to top stories. From
Okay, top
from
story.
there, and we'll have a look for it.
I'm
It
like
is
reading something and I'm like, what is going on here? This is not what you're talking about.
No, keep going down. Keep going down. Next page 2. Go to number 2.
2.
And, there it is. That's the one. So I don't see them entering like the Quest 2 and Pico 4 market, and I know that this is supposed to be sort of a Quest Pro competitor. I think the biggest problem is that they haven't really sort of shown anything that really is a Quest Pro competitor yet, and if it's anything like the Flow, I don't think it's going to win out. I think it's, even if it has like colour pass-through and stuff like that, I'm not so sure about it, and it's still going to be expensive as well.
They could get a jump on Oculus and have this thing they're saying, go small or go home. They've hinted at it online. Last month, YouTuber shared renders of it being based on images of a leak to him. It looks pretty small. It looks like the one you just mentioned, the Flow.
But
that
it'll
we
have
have.
a battery apparently on the back.
Battery
so
on
it's
the
not gonna be
back.
a loose battery,
And
colour
if-
pass-through, more cameras maybe.
And it would be like the Quest 2.
I'd like to hope more like
Quest Pro.
Would be more like the Quest Pro, but I'm hoping that it'll have bigger lenses. I think that was the thing I didn't quite like on the Flow as well, is bigger lenses. And there are now companies that are coming to market that are creating amazing kind of, I don't even know how to explain it. They are like AR, but they're not AR glasses. They're like halfway house to becoming AR glasses. And you can utilize that in a way that maybe isn't like sixed off, but it's still offering you, a screen, and you can watch movies on it or play on Steam Deck or wherever it may be. So, from that standpoint, I think that it's a wait and see. Well, let's see what this is going to be like.
Where's the on button?
Alex loves this headset. He can't get enough of it. I think he's wore this headset on probably at least 4 out of the 7 podcasts so far. And he doesn't even know how to turn it on.
I don't even know the on button is.
That's embarrassing.
Is it on this side?
Yes.
Jeez. Anyway, I'm just putting it on to see how much I can do in the headset.
I think you're I remember at the end of one of the podcasts, maybe episode 3 or 2 or something, you said you were going to go drive in it.
Yeah.
Someone's already done that on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Amazing.
You've been beaten to it
So
already.
I was ahead with my thinking.
You've been beaten to the punch at driving a car
Okay.
whilst being in a headset.
Meta says its goal is to deliver automated room scanning. This is the thing I sent you.
So this was the thing that you were talking about, but this is obviously a little bit more, I don't know, there's a bit more of an article behind it as opposed to just a video. And that would be really good for this headset, because as it stands at the moment, there are some amazing mixed reality demos that people have created. and you've got some cool apps like Cubism and Figmin XR where you can see 3D models. And it does ask you, would you like to use the room data? But the problem is you've got to draw the room walls out, which is really annoying. I just want it to just look around the room and it know there's a wall there, or no, there's a door there. And it's not quite there yet, but I'm looking forward to the day where it does. And I think that Meta could get that to work even in this version of a Quest. I think it's there, it's coming in the future, and there's enough.
I'm listening.
I think there's enough power in this headset to be able to do it. But you know how they improved the Quest Pro over 2 years, where it first came out, and now it's kind of had a lot of improvement. This has already started to have improvement. It's even got improved pass-throughs, better. I think the tracking is better. I think that they still need to sort out the controllers tracking better and turning on faster. They're a bit slow. But other than that...
I love the controllers on this Quest Pro. Like, solid. How do I move the screen to be over there? Oh, you have to go that way and then go like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I can see you properly.
Yeah, so from that standpoint, I think that Meta have got a way to go to improve it. But I think
Love this headset, Meta.
They will improve it, I think, over time.
I need to say this is amazing. Like, I can see Ty Moan in front of me. Look at him.
Moan.
Look at him. I can see him in my pass-through hands. I can click on his head. I want to be able to click on you, like, dung, and, like, see your heart rate, see, like, your mood levels.
Well, you think from that
Tell
standpoint...
me, are you moody? Dung.
Probably. But if you think about it, if you can scan a room, you should theoretically be able to sort of know where a person is in 3D space as well. That would be pretty cool. That would be good that the headset could know that another person's in the room.
Well, it will do, won't it? We could do eye tracking and face tracking on you.
I think so.
There's a moving person there.
So definitely. Anyway, let's move it on from that one. That one was obviously an interesting thing, and I hope that Meta hit that goal. The last one is a bit tragic, and I don't know if you heard about this, but it is very, very tragic.
Oh, God.
A 10-year-old boy
killed
his mother for not buying him a Quest 2.
Okay,
This is a real story.
They say VR is quite addictive.
Tragic, but no.
Is it real?
He didn't even have a Quest. He must have had a go on one somewhere. Someone must have told him it's the best thing.
And he really wanted one.
He really, really wanted one. And the horrifying thing about this, and it really is sad, is the fact that his mum wouldn't let him have one. So he found her gun and he shot her and then ordered one on Amazon the next day on her account.
This is bonkers.
It's absolutely crazy. He's now going to be charged for murder as a 10-year-old and can serve up to, I think it's 60 years in prison.
Have you done this just to make a really shocking thumbnail on this video?
Not really, no. I just wanted to sort of say that, like, VR hits the headlines for many reasons, and this is a really, really shocking example of, like, how much VR is now in people's eye line that they want to have it. And I know he's only 10, but bearing in mind that sort of... One, it talks about how VR is clearly impacting people and they want to be, using VR. But on the other side of it, it's also about don't let 10-year-olds have access to your gun box in America. This is a real serious situation that could have been avoided. And apparently he was spinning the gun around his finger when he was like messing around with it. And there was one story where he said it went off, and another story where he actually said he shot her. So it's just crazy.
I wonder what games he started downloading when he got his Quest.
I don't know. Have a look. Scroll down on this article, because the article is a bit higher up. I think maybe it's a bit further up. But yeah, it talks about... it's not really loading it really, but yeah, it's just crazy how the fact that he actually ordered one on Amazon on his mum's account after. It's just wild.
I wonder if you got it delivered.
But don't know, mad, absolutely crazy. But yeah,
I wonder if he played Super Hot VR after he bought it.
The day after the shooting, the boy proceeded to buy an Oculus Meta virtual reality headset using his dead mother's Amazon account. The complaint stated he later apologised for shooting his mother when asked whether his package had arrived. Police said that the boy had initially told authorities that he was twirling the gun around his finger when it accidentally went off, but subsequent interviews with police, the boy said that he had shot his mother. His mother wouldn't allow him to have something from Amazon that he wanted to have. He also admitted retrieving a gun when he was angry at her for waking him up at 6 a.m. when he usually sleeps until 6:30 a.m.
Crikey.
But apparently he did have a history of anger-related issues.
Sounds like it.
And this was in Milwaukee, which, not Not good. So that was it. That was the XR news for another week. And we will be doing some more interesting stuff from CES when we are back for the next podcasts. So lastly, Alex, this week, have you done any interesting visits or demos? Have you gone anywhere?
Demos this week. Don't think so because we're still early.
Didn't you go for a Christmas visit to Warwick Castle? Or was that last week?
I know this goes out on Thursday, but we're filming it on a Tuesday, just to stop any more moaning about tidying up. I went to Warwick Castle. I've got a little project on the go with them, where I am pitching to them Falconer's Quest VR is the name of it. It will be anyway. Not pitched to them yet, but yeah, I went to see Warwick Castle and their ice skating rink.
Oh, you definitely had a go on that.
No, I didn't. That would have been good TikTok content, though.
I want to be there and film that.
I literally think that everything I do is good content. I think I would like to have a camera filming me everywhere I go, all day, every day. I think that's where the world will go in the end.
It'll be like a TikTok video. Follow me to Warwick Castle, where I'm going to show you Shamu on ice. Let's go.
Yeah, I was not going to do that, but I did have a mulled wine for £6.50.
And by the way, I don't mean to be derogatory. Alex can take it. He's solid. He's hardcore.
I don't mind Ty's Shamu comments.
He calls me Ty Moan all the time, so it's time to get my own back.
That's fine. And Ty's been around moaning about things with me since he was 5 years old.
There we go.
We were going to talk about this.
Oh, briefly.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
This is your case.
Yeah. So I've got this MetaQuest Pro, and I had a case that I took with me when we went out to Florida. I got back, and it broke, which was really, really rubbish. The handle broke on it, and I actually really like that case. But I thought I'll go on Amazon. I'll see what cases are officially for the Quest Pro.
Obviously, you like your case because me and you take a case on a plane. Every time we go on a plane, we have a carry case for our headsets.
So I went with this one, this brand.
As your replacement?
Distech.
Sounds like a Clarion event.
And I thought I'd give it a go. When it arrived, it's a carry case. It's massive as well. Way too big, I think, if I'm honest. But it said compatible with MetaQuest Pro. And I worked out that actually on here...
I was like, there's a sticker on there.
On here, there's a sticker. When you take the sticker off, underneath, they've clearly been planning this case for some time because it says actually underneath the sticker, compatible with... Oh, I've just broke the sticker now. Compatible with Project Cambria, which is well random. So
that was the old code name for the headset before it was named Quest Pro.
Stickers bust. But yeah, it said Project Cambria, which just shows that they've had those cases somehow ready. They must have had a leak in China and seen how it was all going to play out.
Let's not do a reprint. Let's just get a
sticker. But they've got like a slot for the wireless sort of charge. Well, they're not wireless, but the charge mat and all that stuff. So it is a cool little cool case, but it's not a little case. It's a big case. So cool. Right. So finally, the last sort of like 10 minutes or so of the podcast, we wanted to do a bit of a roundup of River's year 2022 and what we did, where we went, what we achieved, and maybe a very sort of brief into 2023. So, rounding off the year, January.
How the hell am I going to remember this? January CES.
CES 2022.
Vegas.
We weren't on any particular booth, but we were out there to go and investigate.
Pestering Canon.
We knew there was going to be more VR because of obviously COVID, so we wanted to see what people were doing, and Canon were pushing stuff with VR that you were exceptionally unimpressed with at the time.
Oh, we're not going to do that on this one, are we?
We're not going to really elaborate on that, but what we will say is that obviously there was a desire to sort of showcase what they're doing on one side of VR and the other side, and we were more keen on the side of immersive content. We'd not long heard in December of 2021 that there was going to be the dual fisheye lens that we've spoken about in previous podcasts, and so we're excited to see how they were going to show that off consumer level.
We thought, let's go and have a look at the Canon stand. It's going to be great.
And it was interesting. They had like 50 Quest 2s. They were sanitizing 5 at a time. It was like a line as opposed to sitting down. It was all very COVID. And they should have just had a River Link kit then, but if I'm really honest. But we won't get into that. We won't go too deep into it. And then the other side of it was more like, it was like immersive video call, but it was I don't know what your thoughts were, other than you didn't really like it.
The immersive video call, that was a photogrammetry thing on the Canon stand at CES Vegas. It was absolutely shocking. I've never seen anything so bad on a public demo.
I think
that was really bad.
There was definitely some work to be had, and Alex was very, very punitive. He definitely felt like he needed to voice his concerns.
I'm definitely never going to hold back if someone's making VR look good, look crap, sound crap, or like they're going to use a tool in the wrong way. I'm going to tell them about it, and I think that's what happened. So I will be doing it again, and if they do it amazing, I will tell them how good they're doing it.
But if by miracle that actually event was the first time that we managed to get a proper meeting with Canon, and we managed to go in rogue with a Riverlink kit, but I'd managed to get a little meeting with a senior member of Canon USA. We had a really good meeting showing off Riverlink, which is the multi-user immersive video kit, allowing multiple people to view immersive video content at the same time.
What a great kit that is.
And it is very, very good for training. But
look
it's good
at it. Oh, it's on the screen now. Look, the Riverlink.
And showing off what it can do. And it's in different industries.
What a treat.
Network Rail, Coventry Uni, loads of different unis, loads of different fire brigades across the UK and outside of the UK.
Don't spend
$500
on a virtual reality simulation. Just spend 20 grand on a link kit.
Don't buy a dome. Don't buy a dome projector.
Never buy a dome projector.
Yeah. So we had that meeting. That led us on to
CES January.
Amazing conversations, which then led us out back to the US in, when was it? April time.
FDIC April.
We went to NAB with Canon. We were on their stand showing off Riverlink, which is amazing. We had a 15 kit out there, and we did that show, which is basically like a huge network broadcast event. Really amazing, showing off what we can do. In Vegas again, like CES, NAB is hosted there.
What month was that? Like
April,
and that was in Vegas again.
Yeah, 5 days at that show, and then we moved on to FDIC, which I
Indianapolis.
will explain a little bit more.
Oh, every year FDIC Indianapolis, in the middle of America, we go for the firefighter conference where we're normally on the WS Darley stand, a family pump company out of Chicago, and we've got our fire investigation and Riverlink kits on their stand. But I love FDIC. We're going to go again this year. That was April then.
One of the big things as well that ran alongside that, me and Alex weren't at that one. We were at NAB and FDIC, but there was iTech, which was at XL.
You jumped back to the UK shows.
Yeah, jumped back. River was showing off all of their stuff as the tech partner for Clarion Events at this big sort of, it's like a military, isn't it? It's like a military technology event. Pretty amazing, massive, huge one for Europe, and we had really good presence there, which was fantastic as well. So that was good. That was River's April time, and then literally not that long after that, I ended up going out in place of you because you got COVID.
Oh, Louisiana.
To Louisiana and do some demos to certain military, which was pretty cool.
And Lumen Technologies.
Did a week out in Louisiana. Very interesting place to go. Bossier City.
Oh yeah, gorgeous place.
Which was a treat to behold.
Did I go there back in January?
You did, yeah. You've done a little bit more kind of travelling in between those events. But what mine was going to lead on to is that while I was in Louisiana, we were having some conversations with Tesla about the potential to do something VR with Tesla. We just didn't know when.
Yeah.
And then I get back from the States, and the day after I get back from the States, we do a video call where it's like, we need you out here next week.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I've just flown back. I could have just stayed there.
That's brilliant.
You know? So literally within the space of, well, for you, it's probably within the space of about 3 or 4 days, you were already on your way out there anyway.
Yeah.
To go and meet some people and do some demos, and weirdly flew into Canada and then drove over the border into America, which I'm never going to understand, and he'll never do that again.
That was good. Good little trip.
And then I flew out to San Francisco, where I was going to be met by a Tesla guy to go and do some investigation.
Oh, here he is.
And have a look at the facility, the Fremont factory. And go and film the factory in virtual reality, which is amazing.
There you are. Look, walking around the factory.
Yeah, I definitely don't think that we should be showing too many of these photos.
Oh, it's just a Canon camera inside a Tesla factory.
Definitely don't think we should.
What about flicking through them really fast, blurry?
No, I think we should just turn them right off now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm going to turn the cameras off.
Okay, click.
Yeah, thank you. There's a good reason for that, is that we were all under NDA and we were told no photos in the factory, which Alex doesn't listen to.
So we made a video with Tesla, and now we're talking to them still. We're looking at 2 more filming projects with them, so that's quite cool. Then what else happened with travel?
Well, just to add to that, though, we did an amazing recruitment event, didn't we, when we were there, showing off the virtual reality tour that we created within that week. We did it really quickly, spun it around.
You did.
And everyone got an opportunity to see what it would be like to go around the Tesla factory in places you can't normally go. Like, you can't go in the Gigapress, otherwise you might die. And I remember being like Bambi on ice on all the oil that was on the floor.
And I was going, come on, just go up there, it'll be fine.
Yeah, so that was quite scary, but an amazing experience, once in a lifetime opportunity, and really, really hoping that I'll get to do that again in the future at another place, if not the same place, doing other stuff. And then we moved on to, where did we move?
Obviously, Tesla are really forward thinking by using, as you can see on the screen, a Riverlink kit.
Yes. So then we moved on to, would we say that it was like middle of the year was a little bit quiet in terms of travel, but we did have a lot of different projects going on. We went to go and visit some riot training facilities, and we got to experience what that was like for training. Can't really show too much of that, but that was pretty amazing.
There was a lot of UK shows then.
Yeah, we did some stuff in Farnborough. That was a cool show, showing off the stuff that we kind of wanted to see.
Security and policing show.
Security and policing show. We did. We also did, actually, forgot to mention, we did BSC or BSE. I've forgotten what it was, but it was a Canon UK show. There was a broadcast show, and we did that with Canon.
BSC.
And we showed off the link kit as well, and showed off some Canon content.
I also did Intershoots.
Yeah, you went off to Intershoots in Germany, which is a show that's predominantly sort of fire and rescue, isn't it, really? But it's only on, like once every 4 years or something? And it's been delayed for a couple of years due to COVID. So that was a good show to go to, as far as I was told anyway. So
it was good. That was a good show. You didn't get to go.
Yeah, didn't get to go. Would have liked to have gone, but
I went there and saw Tesla using our link kit again.
Yes,
and that's name dropping all over the place.
Well, that was the one thing that I will say, is that Tesla kind of was born out of FDIC, wasn't it, initially? FDIC.
Christina, what's her surname?
April. Francis.
Christina Francis, amazing. Tesla using Riverlink.
And she works within the sort of like fire realms of Tesla, and she used our link kit to show off her mega pack energy storage thing. So it was pretty amazing. Anyway, leaping on to sort of September time, we went to the emergency services show in the UK. At the
Always
NBC.
Go there. That's amazing.
That is one of our big shows of the year. A lot of different things there. Police, fire, emergency services, ambulance, you name it. Come along to see what's new in technology, what's new in equipment, what's new in vehicles. Everything is there. And the thing that kind of probably makes River as a company, and all of us in River, proud is it's the first time we've ever gone to that show in how many years of going? 3-4 years?
Yeah, when there's people there using it.
That used our kit on their stand like it was their product.
And
they purchased our product to use to do their showcases.
Following on from that, we did a demo actually last week to London Fire Brigade. It's the 4th time we've ever demoed them. Anyway, we need to clip this bit out because we can use this bit talking about Riverlink being used by UK fire services. You've probably never seen this. Look,
not unless it's new.
All these places that are now using Riverlink for the UK Fire Service are Essex, North Yorkshire, West Midlands, Leicestershire, Fire Service College and Babcock. They've got Riverlink inside their facilities being used. Look on the right-hand side, going through procurement. Maybe we shouldn't show these ones, but anyway. Cambridge, Derbyshire, Devon, Cumbria, Manchester, East Sussex, Humberside, North Yorkshire, Warwickshire, spelt wrong, Tyne and Wear, South Wales. Warwickshire.
And we've just lost all those deals. Alex is just an eager beaver.
I am, but I just think people don't understand that Riverlink is everyone's stage 1 VR. Just buy a box, film your own content. Look, Warwickshire Police are doing it.
Yeah.
But shoot your own content on a little 360 camera instead of making some VR program that might cost £350,000. Just buy a link box. It's a lot cheaper. You can make your own content tomorrow, train people, get some buy-in about VR, and then work out what you're going to do with your VR thing in the future.
Definitely.
People will start having a go at you if you buy a massive expensive product and it can only train one thing.
Yeah.
Link can train all areas.
So moving on from the emergency services show in September, we then went, me and Alex, over to Germany, where we went to go and attend a weird, when I say weird, I don't mean weird for us, considering jumping out of our comfort zone to a different industry, a different sort of thing, which was about football.
Oh,
and
crikey,
we went to a Spielmacher conference, which was at the behest of a friend of ours
from
Hexagon. And basically it was very much about seeing what sports, particularly football, were doing with immersive media, with scanned assets. Are they utilising it for fan engagement? Are they utilising it for safety protocols? Lots of different things we wanted to investigate. So that's why we went to this particular show. It was a 2-day event.
Yeah, Germany.
2-day event. We went over there for 3 days-ish. And, it was good. It was good to go over and see what they were doing. We went to a little bit of a private meal, a little introductions the day before the show started. And
we're basically trying to talk about how to use virtual reality in that football world. Obviously, I'm not into football. You're into it a little bit more than me.
Yeah, but you've just been given a fact there about the World Cup.
I was impressed that, see if I can remember it, 4 billion?
Correct.
4 billion people watched the World Cup final, but the NFL in America, 150 million?
105 or something.
105 million people watch the NFL, and they claim it's the most amazing
the Super Bowl
sporting event, Super Bowl, where they sell massive adverts in the middle of it. But the World Cup did 4 billion people.
Yeah,
that must be because who's got the rights to streaming that? Was it one person, or there's not obviously loads of different companies' cameras all over it?
BBC and ITV in the UK were broadcasting it.
There must be someone who just controls the stream out of the stadium.
I just think that the money is made on the big sponsors of the event.
The World Cup must own the stream out and sell it to whoever.
So instead of it being like, oh, sell advertising time, it's like you need to be a monster sponsor and you need to pay some big bucks if you want to be a monster sponsor like Adidas or Budweiser. Although it was weird to be Budweiser in a country that they weren't allowed to drink alcohol.
Yeah,
but they were selling their zero alcohol Budweiser.
So the World Cup's over now. Then
World Cup's done.
All done and dusted. That's a shame, isn't it? Football's done.
With that, we're back to the Premier League, so it's not done. So then we'll move on from Germany, Spielmacher. We came back and some of the team went off to go and do some other events with Clarion Events. They went to go and do some stuff in Rotterdam?
Well, just quickly, we're the technology partner for Clarion Events, so we go around with them on their stand, showing off the River products in all of the events all over the world. We don't go to all of them, but I know Kat and Dan and Scott, they go to some of those events.
Yes, some of the team go off to go and do some of those events, and they really enjoy it. Ollie goes out to do them as well, who we've mentioned and you've seen in previous podcasts.
Ollie loves the logistics. He loves planning people. He's like a people smuggler.
But what that does is it leads us on to, obviously, the last event of the year that we went to quite recently, and we've spoken about it in previous podcasts, was going out to IHITSEC in Florida, and that was amazing. I loved the fact that it was 29 degrees. I loved the fact that I managed to go back to the US after literally not being there since May. I sound like I'm really spoiled in saying that I wanted to get back there. But it was great to go there, and I'm really looking forward to getting out to CES in 2023. It's literally 2 weeks away.
I think I'm going as well. I'm coming back from CES on the 10th, 11th of January, flying back out to LA on the 21st. Without Tyrone.
What are you doing?
I don't know if I can talk about it properly yet.
No,
it's not completely confirmed.
By not getting his podcast friend on board means that he might miss another podcast. That's going to be shocking.
We'll just have to do it over the internet.
Terrible. We'll have to do a Zoom call podcast.
Yeah, we'll have to try that. We could do it in VR. We could do it in Engage.
We could do. I don't know how well that would work.
That'd be better than not doing it.
I don't know how well the audio would be. Absolutely next level.
Once it's confirmed, we'll talk about it maybe on the next one. Why I'm going to LA, and I'm sure people can have their own opinion about that. But anyway, we'll talk about that then.
Yeah, and just to sort of finish it up, we will be at FDIC, the Fire Convention, again this year in Indianapolis and in April. Really looking forward to that, and hopefully we might get to see and meet some more amazing people. If you do listen to the podcast, please come and find us. We will be around, whether it be on the Dali booth or maybe even on the Tesla booth. We'll see how things go.
And then in June, we might be at NFPA Las Vegas with Tesla again.
Cool.
And AWE in California on June the 1st and 2nd.
Yes.
And September the 19th and 20th ESS.
Never ending.
Anyway, there's quite a few. And there'll
We're
be more to
busy.
that. It's probably going to be 10 to 20 shows this year.
Amazing.
Probably
This
the
year
busiest year.
Amazing. Well, that's it. That was the roundup of 2022 and 2023 on the Rapid Capture podcast. I really hope that everybody who listens to it has enjoyed it. I hope that you have a really, really good Christmas. And Alex will leave you with some words of wisdom.
Well, I just wanted to say that I've heard from a few people that they're absolutely loving the podcast, especially the relationship between me and Tymone.
He's going to do some tidying up after this.
Oh, I'm just going to go and tidy up the cameras while Ty gets all the footage, sticks it all on his laptop, ready to make a little edit. You're going to do an edit tonight and then upload it tomorrow, or are you going to just do it tomorrow?
The edit tomorrow.
He's going to do it in
nice
the day.
To have a bit of a buffer.
Okay, he's going to do it in the day tomorrow.
Right.
Anyway.
Okay.
That episode 7.
Episode 7? Yeah.
Okay, 7 live stream ending.
See you in 2023.
We might do one on before.
Bye-bye.
Bye. One light.
Jesus Christ.
One light packed up.
Takes ages.
Camera.
15 years that light.
The old 5D, my trusty camera.
Jesus.
Trusty camera that I've used for many years. I know how to get it into focus.
And so do I. So,
You really taking these down? They look better up.
Alex doesn't want to take the soundproof curtains
I
down.
don't care, but
This will be a Mally argument if you don't take them down.
just do it like this and
She's got to hook up.
send a message.
Hook him up.